Welcome to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko, the show that brings you man-on-the-street interviews, celebrity guests, groundbreaking research, and heartwarming stories about the reasons we smile. Our show is also known as everything you've always wanted to know about dentistry, but we're too numb to ask. Hello, I'm General Dentist Dr. Kvitko, and thank you for joining me today.
The following views and opinions do not necessarily reflect those of this station, its staff, management, or parent company. To hear a replay of this show or one of the great shows that previously aired, log on to thereasonswesmile.com or iTunes, keyword Dr. Kvitko or The Reasons We Smile. Listeners should not use Dr. Kvitko's comments and advice in place of an actual dental exam.
Brighten your life with a smile that shows the professional touch of Dr. Kvitko.
Time now for The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko. Call 459-9769 to discuss your dental issues. Now, here's your host, Dr. Kvitko.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Reasons We Smile. I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is episode number 520. That is one show a week for 520 weeks, which means it's my 10th anniversary show. So I'm pretty proud of that. Thank you for joining me. You guys are the ones that made it happen. Today we're going to have a local baseball prospect, Robert Lee Solomon III. He goes by Lee. He's going to be in the studio with us here in a second. We'll bring him on live. But anyway, before we get started, let me remind you, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it's at Dr. Kvitko. And if you'd please go to my office Facebook page and like us, that would be awesome. It's Dr. Kvitko and Associates. All right, now, all past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. And we've been streaming live on Facebook on most of the shows of late, but not able to put that together today. Everything with having a guest in the studio and all that. That just wasn't going to happen, so you'll have to go to the podcast page of thereasonswesmile.com. Okay, so also, this is an important announcement, so listen up, please. I would like to tell my 8:30 a.m. Mix 107.9 and Rewind listeners that beginning in 2018, The Reasons We Smile will no longer be on your station. If you want to listen to the show past New Year's Eve 2017, which happens to be today, by the way, you will need to tune in to Sunny 95 at 7:30 in the morning. Okay? Of course, if you don't want to wake up that early, you can access the show at thereasonswesmile.com or watch the recording of our live Facebook feed. Again, the New Year's Eve broadcast will be the last time you will hear the show on Mix or Rewind. Not real happy about that, but that's where the negotiations with the station wound up. And who knows, maybe we'll get it fixed and we can come back on to your favorite station down the road here. Okay? So as I mentioned, with me in the studio is going to be Lee Solomon. Now Lee, he's a young man, he's a patient of mine. I've been treating Lee since he was 5. And as luck would have it, his number, his baseball number, happens to be 5. So I'm going to tease him about that when when we bring him on the air. And so, yeah, and it's I think it's pretty cool because, and by the way, for those of you that do watch the video, you're going to see I snuck in a little picture of him when he was 5. I didn't tell him about that, so it's just watch the scroll. It'll show up. You'll see. I think it's so cute. And but anyway, yeah. So he is a local product. He went to Columbus Academy, goes to Lipscomb University. He is a fine young man. He and by the way, Lipscomb is in Nashville, Tennessee. He's going to graduate in May of 2018. His major is Law, Justice, and Society with a minor in Political Science. Sounds like a future president to me. But anyway, no, he loves baseball. He's been playing it since he was little. And he was listed, let me see where I wrote that down. He was listed as the 11th best, 11th best second baseman in the nation entering the 2017 season. That's pretty cool. 11th best in the country. I would imagine that means this young man is going to have a Major League Baseball career. Of course, when that happens, and if that happens, it always starts in their minor leagues. And I think baseball, unlike the NFL, has 2 or 3 levels of minors, so you kind of toil in obscurity for a while. But if you're good enough, you'll get called up to the next level and to the next level and eventually into the bigs. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, now let me just talk a little dentistry while we're waiting. We're going to get get Lee here in a second. You may remember I did a show, I think it was 2 weeks ago, that talked about the topic was 8 things that you can do. 8 powerful reasons brushing your teeth will be good for you, right? Something like that. So I thought I'd do a little follow-up. Let me just find it. And this is 8 bad brushing habits that you want to break in 2018, okay? 8 bad brushing habits you want to break in 2018. One is keeping your toothbrush too long, all right? People tend to keep their toothbrushes way too long. The average life of a toothbrush is 3 to 4 months. I actually tell my patients get one every month. I know that sounds like a lot. They're about $2.49, and you have to buy 12 of them, but think about that. It's under $30, and if you buy a new toothbrush every month, you're going to save a ton of money on your dental care. You're going to save a ton on the cost of, like, fillings and things, right? Okay, so that is, by the way, frayed and broken bristles, they just don't keep your teeth clean, and it's fine to just let it go. Make sure you buy a toothbrush that has the ADA approval acceptance of approval, because it's been tested. And, it's funny because it's like we don't like to throw things away that we've become used to using, like old shoes and stuff. People don't want to part with their old toothbrush, but folks, you need to. just buy, you know what I do? I buy a dozen. And I actually buy them. I don't get them free. People think we get them free from the dental supply people, but no, they charge us for them. There's a discount, but I'll bring 10 or 12 home, and that way, when I look and I see that it's either a month's gone by or it's looking frayed, I just throw it away and get a new one. Just throw it away and get a new one. It's very simple. Okay, you can save yourself a lot of money and have better, healthier teeth. Okay, another one would be not brushing long enough. Okay, so people that are in a hurry to brush, your teeth should be brushed for a full 2 minutes. Twice a day, at the very least. I actually brush for longer, and I do it more than twice a day, but that's because after I eat, I immediately brush my teeth. When I say immediately, I mean soon thereafter. I don't mean the actual immediate, and here's why. Because if you've had an acidic food, you really shouldn't brush your teeth for about an hour because it weakens the outer coating of the enamel, and it can make your enamel more prone to being, say, brushed away, okay? But you do need to, if you want to get that food off right away, you need to, unless it's something acidic, you need to brush right then. So, brushing too hard. You want to be gentle with your toothbrush. Gentle with your teeth. So you may think brushing harder will remove more leftover food and the bacteria that loves to eat it, but a gentle brushing is all that's needed. Too much pressure may wear down the hard outer shell of your teeth and damage your gums. Okay? So you have to, if you brush too hard, you've taken those bristles and just smashed them off to the side. They're no longer actually scrubbing. Can do the same thing with your broom if you want to demonstrate for yourself. Push down on the broom real hard. You no longer get the bristles on the floor, you get the side of the bristles on the floor, okay? And that doesn't do any good. It's not going to do very much for brushing. Brushing right after eating. So we did talk about that. And you want to wait at least 30 minutes if you have had acidic foods. And by the way, there are all kinds of toothbrush designs out there. There really are. I mean, my dad once showed me he had a new design for a toothbrush he'd thought of. And as luck would have it, there was a bunch of photos of all these different toothbrush designs that had been developed over, 50, 60 years on the back of one of my dental journals. And I showed him and I said, I bet the one you're designing would be great, but trying to bring it to market would probably be impossible unless you're already one of those big dental companies, Storing your brush improperly is a problem. So when you're done brushing, keep your toothbrush upright and let it air dry in the open. Don't keep your toothbrush in a closed container where germs have more opportunity to grow. And if your toothbrush is in a holder next to another, keep them separated. Okay, just keep them separated because you don't want the germs from one to pass to the other, and it has to have a chance to dry. So don't put it bristle down in the cup. Put bristles up in the cup. So all the water runs away from the bristles down onto the handle as it's drying, rather than all of the water from the handle running down onto the bristles as it's drying, okay? Does that make sense? Using a brush with hard bristles, soft bristles are the way to go. You don't want to use medium or hard because they may wear down the outer shell of the teeth, and they may cause sensitivity when eating or drinking cold food and beverages. So Yeah, again, stiff bristles. Again, you probably have a stiff bristle brush for the garage floor maybe. And you know that it's a whole different ball game, and it's really hard. You know, if you have tile on your floor, it'll actually scratch it. It'll do okay, but I think most people find that even after the bristle brush, the hard bristle brush, they have to go back with a regular broom and sweep the rest of the floor, right? I know I do. Improper brushing technique. Now, you want to get your best brush with these steps. First, place your toothbrush at a 45-degree angle to the gums. That's an interesting concept some people don't really grasp, but you have a tooth sticking straight up out of the gums, that's one angle. And then you have the gums kind of touching the tooth, that's another. Think of that as a 90-degree angle. So halfway between those two is your 45. And the reason you do that is because you want to slip the bristles up underneath the gum line. And you want to try to clean the food that's below the gum line and bring it up from below the gum line and out, right? So what that means is you don't want to be going up and down. You want to be going up on the lower and down on the upper. Up on the lower and down on the upper. And you just kind of jiggle the bristles below the gum line. And then you pull down if it's an upper tooth. And you go up if it's a lower tooth, okay? So it's very important to do it that way because you want to make sure that you're not pushing food down below the gum line and that you're not kind of making things worse. So, all right, so remember, improper brushing technique is one of the bad brushing habits you want to break in 2018. And also don't forget that, proper brushing technique includes cleaning the backs of the teeth, like the back of your upper front teeth and the back of your lower front teeth. And you have to try to get those bristles down in there the same way at a 45. So when you're doing the front teeth, you're going to wind up pulling the toothbrush out of your mouth towards the mirror. And in a way, if your mirror is splattered, that's a sign that you're doing it right, okay? That's a sign that you're doing it right. So just, wipe off the mirror when you're done. All right? Now, using a toothbrush that's not the best fit for you is another bad brushing habit that you want to break in 2018. There are many toothbrushes that can leave your teeth fresh and clean, including manual and power brushes that carry the ADA seal of acceptance. Both get the job done, and try different types until you find one that you're comfortable with. For example, a power brush can be easier to hold and does some of the work for you if you have trouble brushing. No matter which you choose, remember that it's all about the brush. Clean mouth is really up to the brusher. Now, of late, I've started using a rotary brush, one that's sonic and has sonic power, and it also has it rotates, and it has, I think it has 3 functions. And it really works. I mean, it's amazing how clean it gets my teeth, how clean my teeth feel when I use it. It's made by Oral-B. Can't remember the actual name right now, so I really feel bad. If you want to know, you can call my office at 614-262-9588, say on Tuesday, and my staff will be happy to tell you what the new brush is, and actually my hygienist is using it too. A lot of us are using it. It's pretty cool. Now, just so you know, this morning, I thought, let me just brush with the regular toothbrush. Let me just see what the difference is, if maybe I was just enamored by the fact that it was, mechanical and new and cool and all that, and was it really doing better? And this morning, when I used my regular toothbrush, I realized that I wasn't doing as good of a job with the handheld brush as I'm getting with the rotary brush, the Oral-B one. Now, some people got a new brush for Christmas. Some of you wanted one and didn't get one. So this might be a good thing to go get yourself, reward yourself, and save yourself money by keeping your teeth healthier. And again, you can call 614-262-9588 and ask my staff. I think we actually stock some of them, so they're actually for sale at a discount over what you can get in the stores, including stores like Walmart. But if I'm not mistaken, this newest version isn't even available in the stores yet, only from dental offices like us. So let me just recap. What we've just done is we've covered 8 bad brushing habits that you want to break in 2018. Going to recap them. 1 was keeping your toothbrush for too long. Don't keep it more than, it says 3 to 4 months. I'm saying a month. 2 was not brushing long enough. Making sure you're brushing at least for 45 seconds, I'm sorry. That's the average time most people brush. We want you to brush for at least 2 minutes, twice a day. Number 3 was brushing too hard. Be gentle. And make sure that you're not hurting your teeth by brushing too hard. Brushing right after eating. We certainly want you to brush after every meal, but if you've had something acidic, you don't want to brush immediately because you can wear away the enamel. Storing your toothbrush improperly, make sure you store it upright so it can drain down. And let's see, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 was using a brush with hard bristles. Don't do that. 7 was making sure you're brushing at a 45-degree angle. And 8 was using a brush that's the best fit for you, meaning the bad habit is using one that's not the best fit for you, okay? So those are the 8. So it looks like we need to go to a break. Well, normally we do Dr. Kvitko's question of the day right now, but I don't think we're going to do that yet. We're just going to go to a break. We're going to save that for when Lee Solomon is in the studio with us, okay? But in the meantime, let's just go to a break, and you're listening to The Reasons We Smile, episode 520, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Keith Carlos, winner of America's Next Top Model and star of Chocolate City 2. Look for my smile on the big screen this summer, courtesy of Dr. Kvitko. Stay tuned to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, general dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and roadshow. Did you know that you no longer need to visit several different dental professionals to get more complete dental care? We handle everything from cleanings and orthodontics to restoration, implants, and smile makeovers, all in my office. And now we have 2 locations. Get the most advanced technology and procedures available today. It's more complete dentistry.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
Dr. Kvitko, let's go!
Hi, this is Richard Simmons. Dr. Kvitko's here, and he's going to help you with all of your problems. Are your teeth yellow? He can fix that. Are you missing a tooth? He can put a new one in. How is that?
That's very good. Thank you, Richard.
All right, we're back. If you're just joining us, I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is The Reasons We Smile, episode number 520. Let me remind those of you listening to this show at 8:30 on Mix 107.9 and Rewind that this is the last day that the show will air on your station there. Not what I wanted, but it's what where the negotiations with the station landed. So if you want to keep listening to the show, you can do so by tuning in at 7:30 in the morning on Sunny 95. We've been on Sunny for probably about 8.5 years. Should continue that. And I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate you maybe switching over to Sunny to continue to listen to the show. So as I mentioned, we have, or will have, in the studio with us pretty soon, Lee Solomon. He is a young man. He's 21. He is a baseball prospect. So he went to Columbus Academy, and then he went to Lipscomb. He's going to Lipscomb University, which is in Nashville, Tennessee, on a baseball scholarship. At the beginning of the 2017 season, he was listed as the 11th best second base prospect in the nation. And so I believe there's a good chance that this young man is going to make it into the major leagues, into Major League Baseball, probably at the end of his senior year, I would hope. I think there was a chance he could have gotten a call at the end of his junior year. He's actually in his junior year now. No, he's in his senior year now, that's right. And but I don't think he has yet, but wouldn't doubt it if he does. So let's see here. Okay, yeah. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have him, we're going to bring him on the phone because of some travel issues. So can you hear me? Oh, okay, almost. Where my producer's pushing buttons and turning knobs to make it happen. Okay, Lee, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Dr. Kvitko?
I'm good. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I apologize to the listeners. I went to the wrong location, and I do it over the phone now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm glad to be on the show, and I appreciate you having me.
No problem, no problem. So I've been, as you mentioned, as you maybe heard on the radio, I've been telling people a little bit about you. You being the 11th best prospect in the nation as a second baseman at the beginning of the 2017 season. So, and I also want to let people know that you've been a patient of mine since you were 5 years old, and your number is 5, right?
Yeah, what number is it?
Is that why you picked that number?
No, it's not, but, it's funny. Cool coincidence.
Yeah. So tell me, did you go to Columbus Academy from kindergarten through 12th?
I did not know. I went to Mansion Day School. It's like a small private school in, inner city Columbus, K through 5. And then I went to Academy 6 through 12.
Okay, 6 through 12. Now you got hit with a baseball just recently. We're going to condense your interview into 15 minutes, so I'm going to hit you with all these questions right away. But recently, was it in practice or what?
Yeah, it was in practice. It was actually a bat. It was just a wet day. We were doing this drill where typically you don't really have to worry about people bats slipping out of their hands or anything, so we were all casually standing behind this kid. It slipped out of his hands and just kind of helicoptered and hit me in the front of the face.
So, were you standing at a place where you wouldn't even normally be wearing a mouth guard or something?
Yeah, I was. It wasn't even like a normal baseball play. It was just a freak accident.
Oh, okay. And I cringed when I heard about it because we had done an implant in the crown up there, and I was afraid of how much damage was caused. But everything's cool, right? We got you all fixed up.
Yeah. I came in on Friday, got it glued and repaired. Feels perfectly fine now, so I think I should be okay.
I'm just going to throw out there that if you're not already wearing a mouth guard and you're playing sports, you should be wearing a mouth guard, though, okay? Just for you and for everybody out there.
Probably wise.
So I want to hear more about your chances of making it into the big leagues and all that when we come back. Let me refresh people's memory because we're going to do Dr. Kvitko's question of the day here in a minute. And you're a graduate of Columbus Academy. You've been a patient of mine for about 15 years since you were since you were 5 back in 2003. And you were recently hit in the front tooth with a baseball bat. And by the way, I don't know if you were listening, but of the pictures that you sent me, and I found some of my own, I snuck in one from when you were 5.
I'd see what that looks like.
See, if you'd have been in the studio, you'd have been able to stop me. But since you're not here, you can't stop me. It's there. It's too late. All right, so we are going to do Dr. Kvitko's question of the day in a minute. I'm looking at my producer, making sure he's ready, because we've changed things up on him, changed up our order a little bit. And but when we do, you're going to have a chance to win free flowers from DeSantis Florist. We'll have them delivered to your place of business this Tuesday afternoon. This is for people about ready to call in. So the number to call, we're going to give you the number now so you can pre-program it. It's 614-459-9769. But don't call yet because we need you to listen to this.
This station will not be held liable for any contesting during The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko. Participation in the contest allows Dr. Kvitko to record and broadcast your name and call. One winner per household. Prizes are non-transferable, cannot be substituted, and are subject to taxes and fees. This station cannot be responsible for the inability to enter the contest, whether due to equipment malfunction or telephone difficulties. All decisions of Dr. Kvitko concerning this contest or eligibility are final.
And now it's time for Dr. Kvitko's question of the day.
All right, today we are talking with Lee Solomon, a baseball prospect from right here in Columbus. Which of the following are true about Lee? A, Lee is a graduate of Columbus Academy. B, he's been a patient of mine, Dr. Kvitko, for almost 15 years, since 2003 when he was 5. C, he was recently hit by a baseball bat in his front teeth. Or D, all of the above, all right? The winner's going to receive free flowers from DeSantis Florist. The number to call is 614-459-9769. That's 614-459-9769. So go ahead and call now.
You can't take me as I am, not just a little bit. I don't know who to be. I'm a paper cup, baby, on the sea. I know you see it too, 'cause you're too much for me.
This is Clark Kellogg. Stay tuned for more of Dr. Kvitko.
Estás escuchando con Dr. Kvitko aquí en su estación favorita.
Hi, I'm Dominique Reichert. Like what you hear? Why not use the show to promote your product or service by becoming a sponsor? Call 614-262-9588 to learn how. That's 614-262-9588. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, general dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and roadshow. I've been honored to help several famous people get a perfect smile, like Keith Carlos and Dominique Reigard from America's Next Top Model, and Ted the Golden Voice Williams from right here in Columbus. Isn't it time you had a celebrity smile? It costs less than you might think, and most of the time, it can be done in one visit. A new smile can make a world of difference.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
All right, we're back. We're doing Dr. Kvitko's question of the day, and we have Sarah. Hey, Sarah, how are you today?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for listening and for calling in. Sarah, what's the answer to Dr. Kvitko's question of the day?
D.
D,
all of the above.
That's right. Lee, is that right? Oh, I thought he was on. But okay. Oh, actually, we hung up on Lee. We'll call him back in a minute.
Oops.
So, hey, Sarah.
Oh, yeah, and Happy New Year.
Well, you too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have a great holiday, okay?
You too.
And stay on the line so we can get the information where DeSantis can deliver those flowers, okay?
I can do that.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so we'll get Lee back on the line. I would imagine that, oh, I think you have him. I was going to say, imagine we might need his phone number to my producer, but are you there, Lee? Hello, Lee? Lee? There we are. Is that you, Lee?
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. Okay. Thanks for that. Thanks for putting up with that. All right, so here, let me give this sheet to my producer so he can write her her address down. All right, so Lee, tell me what's it like being a college baseball player? I mean, you got to get up at 5 o'clock and run. You do weights. What do you do?
Yeah, it's a pretty strenuous schedule for sure. A lot of morning lifts around like 7 a.m. Practice every day from like 2 o'clock to 6, and it's definitely a grind. But you know, I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. So.
And you have a 3.8 GPA.
Yeah. I've been doing pretty well academically, which has obviously not been easy, but you know, hopefully it's going to be rewarding down the road.
Yeah, I mean, I think you know, and I know your parents know, that your household education has always been stressed, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Both my parents. Well, my dad has been working in higher education for a long time, and my mom works at Vanderbilt University right now, so they definitely stay on me to get good grades.
Right, because those people lucky enough to have a career in sports still don't. It doesn't last very long. It's
exactly.
The shelf life of a Major League Baseball player. I mean, by the time you're 36, they're all thinking you're an old man, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, they'll move you out real quick. So you definitely got to have a backup plan.
So what is your backup plan?
We'll see. I'm going through the application process for law school right now. Applied for a couple of jobs. Obviously, just in case the baseball thing doesn't work out. So, I don't know. I mean, we'll just see how it all turns out. But I'm definitely interested in the law. It's probably an option that's very suitable for me.
When I was reading your bio this morning, before you came online, it looked to me like you're looking like you're training to be the next president or something with everything that you're interested in.
I don't know if I want that kind of responsibility. But you know, yeah, just trying to keep my options open and be willing to go out and make a difference and whatnot. So
that's cool. Now, if you get a call, when should it come? When I say that, a call from Major League Baseball, how would that go?
Yeah, so on draft day last year, there's 3 days to the draft. I got some calls and some text messages on draft day, just about like the amount of money that I would take and like if I would be willing to leave school and things like that. And it wouldn't be worth it last year for what was going, or at least what was on the table for me. So I, again, probably won't hear much about being taken and whatnot until later on in the season. So probably around like late May into June.
Okay, do me a favor. If you get that call, let me know. Maybe we can have a little phone interview about that process when it happens.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
That sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at the clock. We don't have a lot of time. What would your suggestion be to a young man right now, a young person in high school, if they want to pursue Major League Baseball like you?
I would say, A, play multiple sports, don't specialize. It makes you more competitive. And B, just grind. Like, just remember there's a lot of people out there who are working. You're not special, so just continue to work for it and trust the process.
Okay, I really like that quote, you're not special, because it's something that people need to understand. Like you say, there's so many people out there that can do what you do and maybe do better, maybe want it more, and so that's where the backup plan comes, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Hey, thanks so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. We're just about out of time, so let me tell folks, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you'd like to, that would be at Dr. Kvitko. And visit my office Facebook page and like us. It's Dr. Kvitko and Associates. Remember that all past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. And also, one last time for you Mix 1079 and Rewind listeners, remember that today, New Year's Eve, will be the last time you will hear The Reasons We Smile on your station. If you'd like to keep listening, you'll need to tune in to Sunny 95 in the mornings at 7:30 on Sunday. Not real happy about that, but it's where things wound up with the station management. Be sure to tune in next week and every week. Wait a minute, I have another couple minutes, don't I? No, not minutes, but seconds. So, yeah, Lee, let me just officially thank you for being on the show and wish you all the luck in the world. And go and tell all your buddies to wear a mouth guard, okay?
I will, yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Okay, so here now it's time to go. Be sure to tune in next week and every week right here on your favorite station. Goodbye.
This is Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the hit show on VH1, urging you to tune in next week with my dentist, Dr. Kvitko.
If you're interested in learning more about this and other dental health topics, go to thereasonswesmile.com to access full episodes of Dr. Kvitko's show.
If you'd like Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist, to speak at your next event, please call 614-262-9588. That's 614-262-9588, or send an email to speaking@thereasonswesmile.com.